Good morning, students. Today I will start lesson working of the institutions from class 9th political science book. And what are these institutions? So, and how these institutions take the major policy decision in our country. As you know, India is a democratic country, and in the democratic country, not only rulers are elected by the people, but these rulers, they work according to the constitutions. They have to follow some rules and procedures, and they work within these institutions. So some arrangements are made in the country. These arrangements are called institutions. So what are these institutions? The legislature, the executive, and the judiciaries. And how do they take these decisions in the country? In the book, there is one example is given, and through that example you will understand. That is, the government of India passed an office order. That order stated that 27% of the vacancies in civil post and services under the government of India are reserved for the socially and educationally backward classes. SCBC is another name for all those people who belong to castes that are considered backward by the government. Until then, only this category, under this category were the SCs and ST, as scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, but now third category, that is SCBC, was included. It means the general category people cannot apply for these posts. But how this order was passed? It was a culmination of a long chain of events. The government had appointed the second backward classes commission in 1979, and it was headed by BP Mandal, popularly known as Mandal Commission. So it was asked to determine the criteria to identify, that is, socially and educationally backward classes in the India, and recommend steps to be taken for their advancement. It gave its report in 1980 and made many recommendations. So out of these recommendations, one recommendation was this, that is 27% reservation. Then what happened? This was discussed among the parliamentarians, among the political parties, and many other leaders. Then came the election of the Lok Sabha, general election of Lok Sabha, that after 10 years, 1979, the Mandal Commission was appointed. Then 1989 Lok Sabha elections, and the party Janata Dal, whose leader was VP Singh, they have given a manifesto. In the manifesto, that if we come to power, people vote to us and we make the government, then we will implement this recommendation. So what happened? People voted in favor of the Janata Dal, and the leader VP Singh was the Prime Minister of the country. So when he became the Prime Minister, under his leadership, what developments took place regarding this? Then first of all, the President of the country, when he addressed the Parliament, he showed his own intuitions for this bill. And on the next, then on 6th August 1990, the Union Cabinet took a formal decision to implement the recommendations. Next day, the Prime Minister VP Singh informed the Parliament about this decision through a statement in both the houses of Parliament. And this decision of the Cabinet was sent to the Department of Personnel and Training, and the officers of this department signed the document, and thus was born on 30 August 1919. So this was born on 13 August 1919. Then when it was passed, then what happened? Then those who are in favor of it, they justify the state by giving their statements that it is in their favor, and those were against it, they said it may perpetuate the division of the society of the caste in the country and may hamper the national unity of the country, because there was hot discussions, hot arguments in the country, and these arguments were shown on the TV channels as well as the newspaper were filled with all these. So many people, many organizations, they filed the case against this. Then what happened? All these cases which were in favor or were in against, all were compiled together by the Supreme Court of the country. That, you know, that is the third institution, that is judiciary. If any disputes happens among the government, between the government, state government, central government, then what happens? Then the judiciary give the independent decisions. So this time also what happened, all the cases were compiled by the Supreme Court of this, and all these cases were known as Indira Sani and others versus Union of India cases. And all these cases, they were heard by 11 judges, heard the arguments, and in 1992 declared the order valid. So that means it is okay, and asked the government to modify its original order. Original order modification means those people from this SCBC category, if they belong to well-to-do families, means they are good, they do not want this reservation, they should be excluded from this reservation policies. And then this modification was done by the government, was sent to the again to the Department of Personnel and Training, and again the officers signed the document, and again then final decision it was taken on 8 September 1993, and thus the whole this that the dispute came to an end, and till today it is being implemented. So this procedure, the whole order, we come to know that how these three institutions, first of all the parliament, that is Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, they passed, then the rule comes of the executives, all the prime minister, the presidents, the civil servants, and then the judgment was given by the Supreme Court of India. So all the three institutions, they work in this manner. But in the next video I will explain what is the parliament, what functions are done by the parliament, then prime minister, again the president, all we will discuss one by one. And by that time, stay blessed. Thank you, all of you.